Great that you signed up for the open day of the Master's Crisis and Security Management. My name is Ernst Dijkshoorn and I'm the director of the CSM program. In this video, I will give a short outline of the program. I will say something about what our students do after CSM, and I will point you to the information regarding admissions and applications. The CSM program is built around three pillars. The first is that we try to install knowledge in you, try to teach you skills and help you acquire competencies that we think are necessary in your future careers. The second pillar is that we try to use as many activating working methods as possible. We try to promote inquiry-based teaching, and we hope that you actively take a role in your own learning journey and not just sit and listen to the lecturers. The third pillar is that we are very much connected with society. We are, after all, in The Hague, home of a lot of Dutch government institutions, but also international institutions that work in the field of crisis management and also security management. And we try to invite those professionals into the classroom as much as possible to give you an idea what's going on in the world around us. Also, we listen and we talk to those professionals to make sure that our program constantly evolves and stays relevant. If you sign up for Crisis and Security Management, you have to choose one specialization and one specialization only. You can't do multiple specializations. The specializations are a coherent set of courses aimed towards gaining specific skills and knowledge. And you cannot switch during the year. Those 6 specializations are violence, interventions and policing, governance of crisis, terrorism and political violence, cybersecurity governance, war and peace studies, and intelligence and national security. The program structure is such that during block 1, 2 and 3 you have a main course and for 5 ECTS and a specialization course of 10 ECTS. So the specialization courses are within your track. So for instance, War and Peace Studies, the program that I work on myself. And the main courses are a course that you do with the whole cohort of CSM students. In the last block, block 4, you choose an elective out of 20 electives. And you also have a track course. And at the end of the program, you take the course portfolio, in which you defend your portfolio and the work that you did throughout the year. In block 1, the common course is called Security Challenges in a Globalizing World. In block 2, you take Security Actors, Institutions and Constellations. In block 3, Security and the Rule of Law. In block 4, you do the electives and you defend the portfolio. In block 1, Security Challenges in a Globalizing World, we study security as a broad and dynamic conflict, how it's influenced by social, political, cultural, technological changes. It covers threats like radicalization, terrorism, pandemics and cyber risks. And it emphasizes critical perspectives and analytical skills. In block 2, Security Actors, Institutions and Constellations, we look at empirical investigations of security actors and institutions. We challenge and test the existing theories with real-world data and identify blind spots and emerging security dynamics. We hope that it helps to understand coordination amongst the diverse security actors and give you a cross-domain perspective. In block 3, Security and the Rule of Law, we look at security challenges in democratic societies. We look at balancing security at the one hand and protecting of rights on the other, and the dilemmas that come with upholding the rule of law when it's under threat. We take an interdisciplinary perspective on security and law, and we try to analyze security governance across different levels, from the local all the way to the international. In block 4, you can choose one elective out of roughly 20 available elective courses. At the end, in block 4, you do the course portfolio, as I said before, which is a collection of key assignments and research papers that demonstrate the skills and competencies that you acquired throughout the year. This includes a final reflection paper that you have to write on your own learning and development. And you have to defend that portfolio in front of 2 lecturers who will ask you questions. After graduating CSM, our students end up in a wide variety of jobs. Around 47% of the students, alumni, end up in the private sector, and 53% in the public sector, of which 31% in government agencies, 12% in non-profits, 5% stay within educational institutions, and the rest is self-employed, or we don't know what they are going to do. The leading employers, although they are still a very small percentage of the students who end up there, are Deloitte, the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Justice, and Rabobank and Accenture. Around 46% of our students end up in international jobs, and 54% end up in the Netherlands. If you wish to sign up for CSM, it's really important that you look at the website for all the information on applications and admissions. But there are some general notes. First of all, the same requirements apply to all the different specializations. Second, it's only possible to sign up for one specialization. Multiple specializations is not possible. To start this September, non-EU students have to apply before the 1st of April, and the deadline for EU students is the 15th of May. For the specialization violence, interventions and policing, you can start both in September and February. And if you would like to start in February, just with that specialization, with the other specializations it's not possible, the deadline for non-EU students is the 15th of October, and for EU students the 15th of November. Then we always get a lot of questions about eligibility. The only thing to really find out is just to apply, but really look at the website first to see what your chances are to be admitted. Definitely eligible for admission are people with a bachelor's degree in security studies, public administration, political science, from Leiden here or from another recognized research university. People with a bachelor degree from an accredited research university in another program are eligible, provided that the student has at least 30 ECTS in the field of governance, crisis and or security, and 20 ECTS in empirical research skills in the social sciences or similar empirical research skills. So you have to then show in your application that you took courses in which those skills are taught. And finally, students with a bachelor degree in safety and security management from the Hague University of Applied Sciences are eligible if certain academic criteria are met. Then there is an English language requirement. Tests can not be older than 2 years. The required scores are non-negotiable, and we advise you to take the test when you are still in the application process, and do not wait until your application is conditionally granted. There are exemptions to taking those language requirements. For instance, if you did most of your education in English or in an English-speaking country, but you can scan the QR code to look at the website and see those exemptions. For all the other questions, you can scan the QR code to chat to one of our student ambassadors. You can email our student ambassadors on this email address. And if you have questions about your applications, you can email the admissions board on this email address. For any other questions, you can email the general CSM email address, but please look at the website first, because a lot of the questions are answered there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for signing up to the Open Day, and I really hope to see you in September here in The Hague.